Yeah, good morning all of you.
Good morning, sir.
So we have finished that chapter or not?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Lines and angles.
In that lines and angles, what we have learned?
Angles of property and linear angle
Stop
property.
it, stop it. We are coming from back. So first, types of lines and types of angles, pairs of pair of angles. Pairs of angles, what we have discussed, adjacent angles. Next,
Linear pair angles.
linear pair angles.
Vertically
Okay,
opposite
these are all the
angles.
things. Okay, whatever it is. Okay. So how far you got the perfection, I don't know, but I got perfection, no problem. And now, today we are going to discuss about triangles. Of course, you might have learned something about these triangles in your earlier classes. What is meant by triangle? What is the definition of triangle?
Sir, it has three vertices, three
A polygon
angles.
which formed by three line segments. Polygon itself closed figure, so that I am not telling it a closed figure. In your 6th class or somewhere else, you may learn a closed figure. A triangle is a closed figure bounded by three line segments. You may learn in such a way. But here, a polygon having three lines segments. After forming triangle, these are the A, B, C. This is one line segment, this is second, this is third line segment. After forming line segment, these are called what? A, B, B, C and AC are what? A, B, B, C and AC are dash of triangles. Vertices of triangles. Sides of triangles. Very good. Sides of triangles. These are called sides. Then what are A, B, C? No, vertices. Here I didn't mention like this. Angle A, angle B, angle C. Here I mentioned like A, B, C. These are all primary things. I think you may forget. Okay, A, B, C are vertices are angular points. A, B, C are vertices are angular point. What is meant by what is the definition of vertex? Vertex is nothing but the common point of any two sides. The common point of any two sides. So AB is and BC. For these two sides AB and BC, B is the common point or not? So it is one of the vertex. Like this is also common point of this and this. So like A, B, C, three vertices will be there. Are you clear? Those vertices are also known as angular points because if you write like this, angle A, angle B, angle C are interior angles of a triangle, and we have learned many things about triangle. Based on angles and based on sides also there are some types of triangles, isn't it? Based on angles, how many types of triangles are there? Based on angles, there are three types of triangles. These are, I think some little bit confused. All the angles are acute angle, then it is acute angle triangle. If one angle is right angle triangle, then it is right angle triangle. If one angle is an obtuse angle, then it is obtuse angle triangle. Based on sides, how many types of triangles are there? These also three sides. Based on sides also three types. What are those? Isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, scalene triangle. I think you have learned in 6th class, I think it is. So long gap is there, na? That too, one pandemic gap is there. What is that? Corona gap, no books, no time and everything. So that everyone forgot those basic things also. So based on based on sides and based on angles also, we have classified the triangles in 6 different ways. Acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, right angle triangle and scalene triangle, isosceles triangle and equilateral triangle. And we know some of the properties of triangles also. Okay, what are the properties of triangle? First one is the sum of any two sides of a triangle should be greater than the third side. For suppose here this is 3, this is 5, this is 7. Okay. Okay. For suppose if it is 9, we can't construct a triangle. With these three measures, if you want to construct a triangle, for suppose if you draw a line segment BC 9, then from here we have to draw 3 centimeters radius. Na? It will come like this and it will come like this. These two arcs will not intersect. If these two arcs intersect, then only we will get one point. We can join the. But if it is 9, we can't construct. Why we can't able to construct? It is not satisfying that property. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. So here it should be a 7. Or greater than or equal, no problem. Are you clear? So this is, and the difference of any two sides should be less than the third side. These are the property. And recently we have learned another property also. We proved angle sum property of triangle. What is an angle sum property of triangle? The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. The sum of the interior angles of triangle is 180. The last bench people, can you able to see this? What I am writing here? Sit straight, everyone. This is. And another property also recently we have discussed. That is exterior angle property. What is an exterior angle property? Can anyone properly? In a triangle, the exterior angle of a triangle is equals to sum of its two opposite interior angles. My request, please. If what you are saying I can't able to listen, or else you can maintain one by one people sit in one places. That is good. But don't respond with a mask. I can't hear your voice. So the exterior angle of any triangle is equal to sum of its two opposite interior angles. That also. Are you clear? So based on this, can anyone tell what is an exterior angle of an equilateral triangle? What is an exterior angle of an equilateral triangle?
Sir, 120.
120. Very good. How it is 120? In an equilateral, this is equilateral triangle. Let us take. Anywhere you can take. This if you extend this plus this. This is 60. This is 60. Or else if you extend this, of course, this is also 60. So in equilateral triangle, all angles are 60 degrees only. So that any side you can extend. The angle formed, external angle is always equal to 120. Like we can't fix for any other triangles. It is fixed only in equilateral triangle because all the angles are equal. Are you clear? Are you clear or not? For suppose right angle triangle is there. Can you find the answer for the external angle for this? We don't know which side is extending, and we don't know what are only this angle we know. These angles we don't know. If it is 30, if it is 60, or else if it is 45, if it is 45, or else if it is 20, it is 70, it may be. If it is right angle isosceles triangle, right angle isosceles triangle means this is 45, this is 45. Even that time also we can't. Only this angle, if you extend this one, here we know that it is right angle. But which side is extending, we don't know that. So that we can't generalize the exterior angle of an isosceles triangle or else the exterior angle of a right angle triangle is something. It is only possible for only equilateral triangle only, as all the angles are equal. So the exterior angle of a equilateral triangle is 120. Clear now? And here also one more property. Just we have to recap. The angles which are opposite to equal sides are equal. The angles which are opposite to equal sides are equal. For suppose it is an isosceles triangle. This side and this side are equal. This side and this side are equal means this angle and this angle should be equal. Because of this angle is opposite to this side, and this angle is opposite to this side. As these two are opposite angles of equal sides, so these are equal. Based on this rule also, equal triangle, all angles are equal only. Because all sides are equal. So that. Are you clear? In square also. But that is not triangle property. But are you clear? In rectangle all 90s only. But all sides are equal or what? So it is only triangle property. Are you clear or not? So leave it. Now, so these are all the things you might have learned in your earlier classes. But just thank you for giving chance to recap all these things. Understood? If you not forget, I can't able to recap all these things now. So I must thankful to you people. Okay, leave it now. Coming to today's chapter, again triangles. What is there to discuss? Some, of course, in this topics are given. First one is congruence of triangles. I think congruence of triangles also somewhere you learned in 8th class. Seventh class. So some properties are there. What are the properties? Yes, absolutely. SAS, SSS, RHS, and ASF properties. These only again it is given. Oh my God. How? But in this class, applying those things, those properties, some theorems we are going to prove. That's all. Applying those concepts, we are going to prove some theorems. That means somehow, I think you don't know whether you know or not. For suppose, if you draw any line segment, for this line segment, if you draw one perpendicular bisector, do you know how to draw perpendicular bisector? Okay, I am drawing directly. This is perpendicular bisector. On this perpendicular bisector, if you mark any point where on this bisector only, here or here or here or here, anywhere, or here, all these points which are lying on this perpendicular bisector should be equidistant from these 2 points A and B. For suppose if you join this and this and this will be equal, or else this point is there now. See, this and this should be equal. This and this should be equal. Always. And not anywhere. On this line segment, on the perpendicular bisector, if you mark any point, that point should be equidistant from the end points of the given line segment. That one we are going to prove by using these congruence rules. Very simple. You know some congruences now? What are the congruences? ASA, SSS, RHS congruence is there. Look at here, these are. You can compare these two triangles. As it is a perpendicular bisector, this and equal or not? This is the right angle or not? Or else angle. So this is the common side or not? This is side and this is also side. This one and this one we are equal. I am comparing these two triangles. AMC triangle, BMC triangle. In the two triangles AMC and BMC, AM equals to BM because it is a perpendicular bisector. And this angle is equal to this angle because both are right angles only. And this is the common side. So according to side, angle, side, according to SAS, these two triangles are congruent or not? These two triangles are congruent or not? When the two triangles are congruent, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal or not? So this and this should be equal. Hence, it is proved. That's all. How we proved that one? Based on by using the congruency rule. So let us have a small discussion about all these congruency rules. Whatever I am discussing orally here, I may not put it on the board, but today you have to write it in your CW. Are you clear or not? So let us see congruence of triangles. Congruence of triangles. So what are these congruence of triangles? When the two triangles are said to be a congruent. Congruent means if the two polygons are having same size and same shape, then we can say that congruent. But how can we? By seeing, how can you justify whether those two are congruent? Of course. So there is some parameters. For the triangles, what are the triangles? How we can justify means, this is the first rule, children. SSS. Theorems are not. SSS means side, side, side. So how? Very simple. If all the three sides of one triangle are respectively equals to all the three sides of corresponding three sides of another triangle, then those two triangles are said to be congruent. For suppose these are the two triangles. This side equals to this side. This side equals to this side. This side equals to this side. Corresponding sides are equal. Then those two are said to be a congruent. Are you clear? If all the three sides of one triangle are respectively equals to the corresponding sides of another triangle, then we can say that those two triangles are to be a congruent. This is the symbol for congruent. So after congruent, there are some properties. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always equal. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always equal. For suppose this triangle is congruent to this triangle is given. Congruent is given. If it is 3, if it is 4, if it is 5, then what is the length of this one? 3. If it is 70 degrees, then what is the measure of this one? 70. Not this one only 70. Corresponding means this is. Are you clear? This is the way we can use this knowledge somewhere in proving theorems. Are you clear? So first one is SSS. The second one is SAS. So what is SAS? So how look at here? In any two triangles, the two sides and including angle. The two sides and including angle of one triangle are respectively equal to the two sides and including angle of another triangle. Then those two triangles are said to be a congruent. So what is meant by this including angle? That means, look at here. This equals to this equals to this. Now with these two sides, what is the angle is forming? This angle is forming. So this is called including angle. So this is called including angle. So this is the way. If this equal to this and this equal to this angle equal to this angle means we can't determine. Because this angle is not including angle. Including angle means which two sides it is forming, that is including angle. So if this angle is equal, then we can say congruent. Are you clear? That is what. So how can we define this? If the two sides and including angle of one triangle are respectively equals to the two sides and including angle of another triangle, then those two triangles are said to be a congruent. Obviously. Next one, it is what, ma? RHS or ASA. First ASA you can take with her. What is that ASA means? How many angles are there? Two angles and one side. That is including. That means, see, this triangle and this triangle are equal. This angle equal to this angle equals to this angle. Then definitely this and this should be equal. Then we can say that congruent. Because this side is including side. With two angles, this is the side is forming. So like that. If two angles and including side of one triangle are respectively equal to the two angles and including side of another triangle, then those two triangles are to be congruent. Are you clear? This is ASA property. At last we are all knows that. What is that? Yeah, RHS congruency. Right angle, hypotenuse and side. These are the congruency rules. Are you clear? All the congruency rules you have to note it down in the today's CW. Understood? If you by seeing that video or else by textbook also the definitions are there. But whenever you are writing this diagram you have to draw. For suppose A, B, C and P, Q, R, mention it so that here down you can write AB equals to PQ, BC equals to QR, AC equals to PR. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Like this you can write it. First heading, definition, these two diagrams, this and write. Are you clear? For suppose here, if you want to write where it is ASA, this is, what is that? SRM, L and M. For suppose, M dash you can take some other way. Okay, what is that? Angle R equals to angle N. RM equals to NM. Angle M equals to M. What are corresponding equal? You can therefore triangle SRM is congruent to this. That is the way you can elaborate it and write it. Are you clear? So this is the task for you today. You have to complete it. Tomorrow onwards, let us discuss our regular things. Whatever. RHS also. What is the two right angle triangles? Let us take two right angle triangles. What are the right angle triangles you can take? Some names you can write it. X, Y, Z, U, M, A, and then what are equal? X, Y. Right angle means this is the right angle, this is the right angle. Angle Y equals to angle M. This is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. XZ equals to UA. Right angle, hypotenuse, side. Any one of the side you can take equal, no problem. Either this one or this. There is no particular rule for that. Right angle, hypotenuse. But here there is some rules. But here no problem. Whatever corresponding equal, that one you have to mention it and write it. That's all. Got it or not? We have to write it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.